From the depths of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there?
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
All right, we're back.
And welcome back. It's TV on the radio tonight.
It is.
This is Matt Donahoe.
And Steve Stein.
And this is Radio Nowhere. And we have been gone for a couple weeks. Once, we're thinking due to technical difficulties.
Yes.
And last week, everybody was just, I think, had the wintry blues, or some kind of...
Snot.
There you go. There you go. Just trying to avoid...
Yes.
That image, but there you go.
We're back.
We're creating pictures with our words here, and now you can imagine us all snotty.
And tonight we have a theme.
We do have a theme. In fact, one could say we have many themes.
That's great.
It's TV on the radio tonight, and we're going to be playing some TV show theme songs. We're going to be talking about TV. And also, I don't know if you want to consider that cheating, but first of all, what do we hear at the top of the hour, Steve?
We heard the theme to Speed Racer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's busy revving up the powerful...
Mach 5.
Now, you got to say it right. You got to do that. Mach 5!
Mach 5!
There you go. And then we heard the... Yeah, I like the theme has the sound effects in it of the explosions. And then we heard... courtesy of the Jimmy Fallon Show, Jesse and the Rippers. Steve, do you remember who Jesse and the Rippers were?
Sadly, kind of.
Who?
It was from Full House, and it was Uncle Jesse and his band.
Yep. They reunited on the Jimmy Fallon Show. I guess in character they reunited, and then they had actually the three guys from Full House on there too at one point. Yeah. Well, Bob Saget was in the crowd. And so that's actually a fictional band from a TV show.
Yes.
Performing a medley of their quote-unquote hits. And then, of course, they did the Full House theme as well.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a reach, but...
No, well, and I've got a couple more like that.
Oh, good.
That are fictional bands from within TV shows that we might look at.
All right.
So we've got TV on the radio tonight. And we're going to be playing some theme songs and talking TV. So, I told Steve I had a couple topics for him.
Mm-hmm.
First one I'm going to throw out there to you.
Throw it.
Top 5 TV themes of all time. Doesn't have to be doesn't have to be your favorite TV shows. Favorite themes for whatever reason. And I mean, just we're just going to go here. Top 5 that come to your mind in no order. Go.
Obviously, The Greatest American Hero, one of my all-time favorites.
And you played that song on here.
I have played it once before.
At least a couple
times. It may get played again tonight. Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
Gosh, that's kind of something that's kind of hard to just get sprung on and think about.
Airwolf?
Yeah, I like it. We'll throw Airwolf in there.
Okay.
I like the theme to Star Trek Voyager.
Specifically Voyager?
Yes. It has its own little theme.
Did you bring it?
I do. I have it with me.
Is that on your jump drive here?
No, but I've got it on a disc over here.
I'll give it here. We'll play.
Okay.
I can cue that up while we're... Just give me the thing while you're thinking.
Let's see. I've always liked the Cheers theme.
The what?
The Cheers.
Oh, the Cheers theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that, 3?
That's 3. You've got... Well, okay.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, Greatest American Hero.
Airwolf.
Star Trek Voyager, Airwolf.
Okay. I don't know that this... I'm going to say this is probably close to the top 5 if it's not in the top 5, but I always liked Quantum Leap.
Oh.
A neat theme.
You know what? I always forget about Quantum Leap.
Which I believe I have it with me as well.
And I'll tell you why I forget about Quantum Leap.
Okay.
Because I'm a big big fan of Quantum Leap when it was on the air, or I was a big fan, and I have watched some of those episodes lately, and I think they still hold up.
Oh yeah,
there's a little bit of cheese to them, but
right.
I still think it holds up well. Here's why I've kind of fallen out of touch, I guess, with Quantum Leap.
Okay.
And this kind of all ties in with TV and music and everything. DVD became a big thing.
I figured this is where this was going.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you think this is where it was going? DVD kind of became a big thing, exploded, and all of a sudden, you can buy anything on DVD practically that used to be a TV show.
Right.
Like, did you know the complete run of Joni Loves Chachi just came out?
I just saw that, actually.
On DVD.
Yes.
You can get, if you've ever needed to own the entire collection of Joni Loves Chachi, now you can, thanks to DVD.
Yay. How many, did it last a season, or was it 2?
I think I saw there's like 18 episodes on the disc or something. I mean, yeah, it was one season.
Okay.
But without getting into like the whole long story, when TV shows were first on the air, they would make deals where it was like, okay, we're going to broadcast and we're going to use this song.
Right.
And then, it was never the idea of home video. They never had that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
Quantum Leap had some very key pivotal songs.
Quantum Leap, yeah. I mean, Quantum Leap always tried to use, if you don't remember the show Quantum Leap, he was leaping through time all the way back to the 50s. So it's like the 50s through 80s where he could leap through. Mm-hmm. And they would use songs to set the time.
Right.
And they would use, and there were some that were actually more key even than others. And they had to replace, I think after season 1 or 2, for whatever reason, they had to replace all the music with generic music to avoid, like, just horrendously expensive copyright costs. And another show that suffered from that, and this is weird, a weird example of this, Married with Children.
Really?
Did you ever watch Married with Children?
I have seen some episodes. I didn't watch it regularly, but I've seen some episodes.
Okay. What's their theme song? Do you remember?
Love and Marriage.
Love and Marriage.
Frank Sinatra.
And they wanted too much to license that. So and I don't know if they fixed this, but I know originally on the DVDs it was too expensive, and so they did not have that.
Really?
Can you imagine watching that without Love and Marriage at the beginning?
I mean, like its title theme to not, it
would be like watching Friends
without
that
Rembrandt.
Yeah, the Rembrandt song there at the beginning or something like that.
Wow.
And a lot of TV shows suffered from that until recently. I mean, and obviously when I say recently, probably here in the last 10 years, where they've either had to pay a lot of money to allow music that was on the show to be released on the DVD, or they've had to replace it. One of the TV shows we used to watch in the 90s, the comedy show The State.
Yes.
They released the entire collection on DVD, replaced all but 2 songs. And that show had tons of they would use little musical clips to go from skit to skit.
Well, and there were some skits that, like, they had a specific song that would play for that skit, too.
And
there was a Barry White song.
It was...
Is it right?
No, it wasn't Barry White. It was Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Sexual Healing.
Yes.
And the skit was Barry and Levon.
Yes.
And they have replaced that.
Really?
On the disc, and it's kind of a sound alike. And yeah, they've had to do that on a lot of stuff until, one of the big shows that is not out, actually 2, I should say, and I don't believe any of the seasons are out on DVD with the original music intact.
Okay.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And do you know the other one? Like, these are 2 big... I think WKRP in Cincinnati is a big show.
I'm going to just say Miami Vice. Just guessing.
You know what? Miami Vice is out on DVD, but I mean, that's a good guess. I don't know if it has the music or not, but the 2... I'll say the 2 I know of. The WKRP in Cincinnati, Wonder Years.
Really?
And, Wonder Years, big show, used a lot of that era's music. And it's just so tied up. Everybody's got a different music license, right?
Well, and to kind of tie this into our own show, I mean, some of you know that we post the shows online, and we have to remove the music specifically for copyright reasons.
There you go.
So maybe we could come up with, like, our own little generic songs we could, like, add for online now. We could just, like, sing a little tune or something. And
now, do you want to like take that on?
No, not really.
Okay. Tell you what, let's play the Star Trek theme that
Voyager.
you were talking about. Voyager,
Yes,
yeah. And maybe you can think up some lyrics, and then we can start posting our own versions.
little songs.
Okay, so
right.
you want to intro this
Here is the theme.
with some kind of enthusiasm, maybe?
Here is the theme to Star Trek Voyager on Radio Nowhere on WJBD.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD. That is the theme from...
Sanford and Son.
That's right.
Did you like the enthusiasm?
I did, actually. I do like the enthusiasm. And we were just going to go right into another song. I said I got a story to play about this, or say about this. Do you remember the story? Do you know the story I'm going to tell about this, Steve?
About Sanford and Son?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay. Long time ago, when I worked here full time, there was a sports guy here in the mornings. His name was Keith Richter.
Yes.
You remember Keith?
I do.
Okay. And we used to love that song. I mean, I still love that theme song.
Okay.
But we always talked about how funny it would be to play that during the news when Bruce started doing the news.
Instead of
like the news thing.
Yeah, the little news tease or whatever.
And so one April Fool's Day when I was working, we played it.
I don't know that I knew about that.
Have you never heard that?
No, that's
story?
awesome.
So it's like, I'm going to do my Bruce Crop impression. That's the other thing. And this is a little insight to WJBD radio. Not a lot of people know. If you work at WJBD, you have to have a Bruce Crop impression. Everyone's got one, even those that don't admit it. Bruce knows about it. I have done my... Usually when Bruce calls me for a favor about something, I usually try to talk to him and my
As
Bruce...
him,
as Bruce. So I'm going to do my Bruce Crop, and here's what it was. It was one morning. It was like... so it's like, okay, it's like 6:30, and he gives me the big point, across the hall of like, time to start. He's like, good morning, it's Bruce Crop in the WJBD newsroom. Here's the top stories we're following today. Okay, and here's what I remember about this. He's carrying on, with the news stories. Right. It's like, 3 arrested. Big announcement coming for the local area. And Keith Richter is sitting over in the AM studio laughing his head off at it, which is not helping Bruce maintain his composure either. And so that's what I had to, that's one of my favorite Bruce memories.
That is pretty awesome.
So there's our Sanford and Son theme. And here's one that Steve and I agreed that we think is one of our favorites. It's Where Everybody Knows Your Name. And we dug up the full version. The Cheers theme song, 2.5 minutes long.
Here it is, proper.
On Radio Nowhere.
I don't get it.
That's another one of those. It's not a TV theme, but it's from a fictional band from a TV show. Steve.
Yes.
The band was?
The B Sharps.
And the show was, of course, The Simpsons. Now, here's a question.
Okay.
What's the name of that song?
I wasn't really paying attention.
You don't remember. It's from Homer's Barbershop Quartet, remember?
Right.
That episode. And that's Baby on Board. That was their big hit.
Okay.
And who are the 4 members of the B Sharps? Homer.
Barney, Homer.
Barney and Homer.
Moe.
Nope.
Moe wasn't in it?
Nope.
Was Flanders?
No. You think Homer would let Flanders be in his
probably not.
Barbershop Quartet?
I don't remember.
Principal Skinner.
Okay, Principal Skinner.
And Apu.
Okay.
I'll give you a bonus point, though. Can you name the original member that got kicked out and then Barney replaced him?
Oh, gosh. I can't even think of any other Simpsons characters.
You can't think of... There's
the police officer.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Got it in one. Chief Wiggum.
Wiggum. Yeah.
Yep, he was the original member. They kicked him out, replaced him with Barney.
Okay.
And that was their...
What did I win?
You win this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity never to be repeated again. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Stein has just won the rights to bring us the weather forecast. So, Steve, do the weather.
Do I get an intro? One of these days, I'm going to get an intro.
That was your intro.
That was weak.
That was your okay. Do the weather. Go guy go.
Okay. Tonight, chance of flurries with a low of 25 degrees. For Sunday, which is actually today, a high of 34, but it's going to be mostly cloudy, which means it'll be some sunny. Sunday night.
Some sunny?
Some sunny.
Sunday is that an actual meteorological
Yes, it is,
term?
exactly. Sunday night, we have a 30% chance of freezing rain with a low of 23, and after that, it's going to get good. Monday, Washington's birthday, 70% chance of freezing rain early, but it's supposed to get up to 41. Monday night, low of 28. Tuesday, sunny, 48, and it just goes uphill from there. Wednesday, 52 and sunny. That's your forecast on WJBD.
Okay. Tell us what we're listening to in the background, Steve.
That would be the theme to Sequest DSV.
What's DSV stand for?
Deep Submergence Vehicle.
Deep Submergence Vehicle?
Yes.
Really?
Really. I didn't just make that up.
And if I remember correctly, Sequest was a show famous for two things.
Okay.
Roy Scheider was on it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
for
it had
the first 2 seasons anyway.
And it had a talking dolphin.
It did.
Was the dolphin the captain of the submarine?
No.
Or did it drive it? Or you were a big fan, I remember.
I was. I watched the show.
And you had Sequest toys, if I remember right.
Yeah, I did. They're probably worth something now.
Did the dolphin talk?
It squeaked.
You
could pull its rear or side fins back, and it would open its mouth and make dolphin squeak noises.
On the show, it talked, though.
Oh, well, through a computer translator.
So on the toy,
it just squeaked.
So the toy was actually more realistic than the show.
And the Jonathan Brandis action figure came with a little handheld thing that was what they used to decipher it and talk to it.
What was the dolphin's name?
Darwin. Anything else you need to know?
About Sequest?
Yeah.
How many seasons didn't run?
2.5.
2.5?
2.5.
So Roy Scheider was on 2 of them?
He was on 2 and guest starred in 3 episodes of
half season
3.
So who wasn't he the commander or something?
He was the captain.
Captain. All right, there you go. Who took over?
He played the villain in about everything he was in. Michael Ironside.
Oh, okay.
Was the captain in season 3,
and
it was set 10 years in the future from the others too.
Oh, right, because that's where they
known as Sequest 2032.
Because that's the one where they found it in the middle of a cornfield, right?
Yeah, they might have found the ship in a cornfield.
True or false? Then the season 2 ends.
Yes.
Season 1 begins, and a submarine's in the middle of a cornfield.
Season 3 begins.
Season 3, I'm sorry, begins.
And at the end of season 2, they were taken to another planet by aliens. There was a war. It was an ocean planet.
Oh, well, of course, there's a submarine.
And at the beginning of season 3, it's 10 years later, and the crew starts just reappearing random places, and they find Sequest in the middle of a cornfield in Indiana, I believe. It might have been Iowa. I don't remember.
It's like that old joke about Aquaman, how he can only fight crimes that take place near the water.
Yeah.
It's like an alien invasion, and all we've got to protect us is Sequest. Oh, it's a water planet.
Yeah, conveniently.
So I didn't know anything about aliens. I mean, I knew it was a sci-fi show, but I didn't know it was that sci-fi.
The first season was not real sci-fi. The second
just the
season,
talking dolphin.
Yeah, the second season got ridiculously sci-fi.
Really? Because that sounds goofy. Okay. A water planet that invades aliens, or that the aliens invade.
Okay, here's something that will tie this to you. Guess who?
How is this?
Are you going to hear me? Are you going to listen? the main alien that contacted them
is Mark Hamill.
I knew that. Good.
I knew that.
Now you've won a moment worth of prize.
I have no idea how I knew that.
Yes.
Probably from knowing you, because I don't think I watched past the first episode of that show.
It was indeed Mark Hamill.
Here is another Steve Stein favorite. I actually wasn't going to go into Sequest as much, but it seemed too rich not to. We're getting ready to play one of the theme songs we talked about earlier, which is the theme song from the TV show Airwolf.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Good. It's a great theme song. I haven't watched Airwolf in years, but it was the show about the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't mess around. Like, if you crossed them, you died.
Yeah,
it wasn't like the A-Team where where they shot you down and people came crawling out. On Airwolf, they shot you down and you were done.
Right? Yeah. I mean, they blew people up.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't Airwolf indestructible. Wasn't that?
No.
I thought it was some kind of top secret.
It was, but okay. I'll give you half points on that. It wasn't indestructible because it's one.
It got destructed.
Well, its one weakness was if you were to shoot a bullet right up its midair refueling nozzle up front,
okay,
it would explode.
It was like a Death Star-like weakness.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It was too short a bolt.
And they never thought to cover that with something?
No, because, I mean, what are the odds? And, I mean, there were times where it got damaged, but no.
Well, what are the odds? But, I mean, if the odds are 1% that could happen, why not cover it with something?
You might have to refuel every once in a while.
Did it? Well, yeah, but just cover it with something bulletproof then. And then, like a... Well, okay. Did it ever get blown up?
Not on the show.
As opposed to...
in real life, and this is why I say that, is in real life, one of the helicopters crashed, killing the stunt pilot.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there's
tragic... And I don't know that this is the stunt pilot that was killed, but interestingly enough, one of the stunt pilot's last name was Stein.
Really?
Yeah. Ron Stein, I believe, was his
Why
name.
is that interesting?
It's fascinating.
So, Steve, big Airwolf fan.
Yes.
And way back when...
Can you name the two leading cast members of Airwolf?
Nope.
You can't name one of them? One of them was a very well-known actor.
Older pilot, younger pilot, right?
The older, yeah.
That's what I mean. That's who I remember. There was older pilot and younger pilot.
The younger pilot was...
I don't know.
Jan Michael Vincent.
Okay.
The older pilot was Ernest Borgnine.
Okay.
Everybody knows who Ernest Borgnine was. He actually died like a year or two ago.
Well, I know who Ernest Borgnine is.
And you didn't remember that. Then there was always...
No, I didn't.
We're always getting these goofy T-shirts. There was a T-shirt out there that had a picture of Airwolf on it that says, Borgnine's my co-pilot. And I always wanted one of those shirts.
Whatever happened to Jan Michael Vincent?
Well, he I think had some serious alcohol problems.
Really?
And yeah, I think that's kind of why he faded to obscurity. I think he's still living, but I don't know doing what.
This fun discussion of Airwolf has suddenly turned tragic.
It has. We've got stunt pilots crashing the helicopter and alcoholism, and
this is not the tone I wanted for this part of the show.
But the show was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Except, this is another one of these where I need to put an asterisk.
Okay.
Jan Michael Vincent and Ernest Borgnine were in the first 3 seasons.
Okay.
Season 4, USA Network bought it and took over, and it starred Barry Van Dyke and a couple other people that I've never heard of, and it was awful. Awful.
So the original 2 were just gone.
The very first episode, Jan Michael Vincent had a cameo in, and they supposedly Ernest Borgnine's character gets blown up in a helicopter, even though the actor walking to the helicopter clearly is not Ernest Borgnine, and it blows up, and Jan Michael Vincent is injured and just fades off into nothingness.
And then, if I remember right, from that, what season was that? The fourth?
Fourth.
That's the season they found Airwolf in a cornfield. Right?
Not true. Radio Nowhere on WJBD. That was, of course, the theme to The Love Boat. I always liked that one, too.
I did, too. I remember that show. Okay, I'm going to keep this clean.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood as a kid what was going on that show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, look, there's Charo, or whoever the guest was this week.
And I have to say, I don't know why, but the phone lines are absolutely going crazy.
Well, all right. Well, let's find out what's going on here. Hello?
Hey, am I caller 5?
For what?
For the contest, man. I tried all week, and I'm like, I thought, hey, it must be over. But then my roommate says, hey, and I'm like, what? He goes, hey, the contest's on. I'm like, oh, you're kidding me, right? He's like, no, it's on. I'm like, I listened, and sure enough, there it is. And I was like, holy cow, I picked the wrong day to brush my teeth because, I almost missed being able to call it in.
Have we talked to you before?
I call every contest. I mean, you guys are like my go-to contest time.
What contest are you referring to, sir?
The Love Trivia.
But for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely.
You realize Valentine's Day was Friday, right?
Today is officially
Sunday.
Discount chocolate day is what today is.
But no, the thing is, this is like frugal Valentine's Day because, like, if you wait until today, you can get your sweetheart like a box of chocolates and like day-old roses, and you spend less. And then there's like places that have like cheap dinner, and you can go for cheaper because on Valentine's Day there's so much more people, they have to charge a little bit more because they have to have more staff. Whereas on today they're usually a little bit slower, so you can get a table.
Okay.
I don't know that contests have like day-old contests.
Yeah, it's not like we're not John's Biscuit Emporium where we have like day-old biscuit sales. We don't have day-old contest sales.
I didn't think John's Biscuits had day-old biscuits. I keep going there, and they're like, no, we're out. And I was like, why? They're like, well, we sell out. And I'm like, really?
Okay,
you kidding me?
I'm going to attempt to keep you on track here, sir. WJBD did run a contest all week for Valentine's Day.
Yes, they did. And they play the Love Boat theme, and you call in, and you guess what song it is.
Guess
what song it is.
Yeah, I know.
The Love Boat theme, and that's what you played.
That's because it's our tonight is our Radio Nowhere.
Because it's the Valentine's Day special.
Is it?
I know. I heard that part.
That was going to be last week, but we were all sick.
Yeah, exactly. We're sick of Valentine's Day. We're all married, so we're sick of Valentine's Day. Well, sir, all I can tell you is you missed out.
Again? I mean, come on now. This is like the third time you're like, oh, too little, too late.
And if I remember, and I'm not going to go into details right now, but if I remember right, you called at Christmas time for the contest, and there was a little bit of a problem when you called then. You called for the turkey shoot. Things got a little out of hand, and then I remember there was an issue at Christmas, and I'm just not sure that
that you're worthy.
What do you want?
It's simple. You play the Love Boat theme.
I did.
You call in.
And then what am I supposed to do right now?
Okay, if you not work there, I mean, okay,
not really.
Technically, no.
No.
I don't. They play the Love Boat theme.
I know.
Caller 5, which apparently I am, because otherwise I wouldn't be on. And then you play a snippet of a love song, a song that either is about love or has love in the title. And then I try and guess who sings it and what song it is.
Okay, you know what? Just to shut you up, all right, hold on. I will let you play Love Trivia, but you have to name the band and the song.
And the year it came out.
And the producer, too, right?
No. I'm fine with the band and the song. So are you ready?
Fine.
Fine. Here we go. I'm going to play the clip, and here we go.
Bang!
Okay, now,
what?
What'd you say?
Bang!
Wait, no! This... Don't. Oh. That is not. This is not.
Why would you do this?
Sir,
I hope you're happy.
All right.
Well, I don't even know what that was. All right, sir.
Yes, I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yes.
All right, is there anything else we can do for you?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I do love that song from American Bandstand. I don't know who sings it, though.
Oh, and what? You want me to play it?
Yeah.
All right, you bet.
We're going hopping, we're going hopping today, where things are popping, of Philadelphia.
Boom. No, there's no boom there.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is
The theme to the Jeffersons.
Jeffersons. Before that,
Josie and the Pussycats.
yup. And
Before that was Knight Rider, one of my top fives.
Did we get all your top fives played?
Not the Greatest American Hero.
But we played that on here before, so.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts, but okay.
And also, we inexplicably heard American Bandstand by request.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you like what you heard, tell a friend.
What?
If you didn't like what you heard, don't tell anybody.
But
ever. This is Radio Nowhere.
Why are you doing that already?
With Steve Stein. Why am I doing what already? And I'm at
like closing the show. I've got at least 5 more songs.
No, I mean it's almost 1 o'clock, Steve. Time's almost up.
Already?
Well, yeah, already. This is it's time to leave, Steve.
But
what did you want to what else did you want?
Oh, I got a lot of good stuff.
A lot?
Yeah.
Like what else were you wanting to play?
Well, like I mentioned, The Greatest American Hero.
We played it already. We don't need
not
to play
tonight.
It. Well, no, not tonight, but Steve,
I got good things.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm not ready for it to be over.
Well, put your music in your backpack. Come on, put it in your backpack. Come on, let's go.
Really?
Yeah, and it's time. Just walk away, Steve. Okay. Steve, you can't stay here anymore. It's time to move on. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
WJBD Salem Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.